This video is brought to you by Fallen Dominion Studios. Check out their website at fallendominionstudios.com. Generation X proudly brings to you the WWF Tag Team Champions of the World, the New Age Outlaws.
Oh, you didn't know? Better call somebody.
Back to the Odyssey. I'm Kaz, and I know that was kind of silly and dumb, but I had to do it because, it's my channel. I'm going to do what I want. But I love to have fun on here anyway. I just wanted to give a quick channel update, just kind of also let you know where we kind of are in terms of subscriber count and things that we got coming down the pipe, and also to kind of give you an idea of what's been going on with me lately, just a little personal story. And just to talk with you for a few minutes. And I've got a really cool announcement to make. If you hadn't figured it out already, we'll get to it. But I just wanted to tell you that, again, I don't think, and I know a lot of people will agree with me on this, maybe a few outliers that disagree, but I don't think that you can give enough thanks to people for the things that they bless you with, right? And I think you always should give thanks. Always be grateful. Don't ever be ungrateful in life, because, it'll come back to you. You will always see blessings from it in some shape or form or fashion. May not always be the way you expect, and it may sometimes, you might have to go through a little bit of pain to get there, but, growing pains are good. They develop character. So I want to thank you so much for all of you who have been subscribing to us, watching our videos. I really appreciate that, because it really encourages us over here at the Dice Odyssey. It encourages us to continue doing what we do. We love making these videos, right? But I wanted to let you know also, I think we just cracked 270 subscribers. I think actually 275 now, where we just cracked that. And so again, thank you for all of you who subscribe. You have no idea how much it means to me, or maybe you do, I don't know, but it means a lot. So thank you so much for sticking around, and let's get into it. I wanted to let you know where I've been, what I've been doing lately. I just flew back in from California. It's the first time in about 6 years I've been there, but it's the last time was just kind of a layover trip on my way to New Zealand. My wife and I were moving there for a short time, and we stopped there for about a day because our flight was delayed to New Zealand. They only had one flight going out every day, and it was like late at night. So, we had a whole day in California. It was specifically Los Angeles. And just to give you a little bit of an idea of where we are, I couldn't talk about this before, but I can talk about it a little bit now. I can't give all the details, but I went to see family that I had not seen in nearly 20 years. I hadn't had any contact, not one, not even a phone call. Okay. And that was from for the most part, both ends. Right. No visuals, nothing. All I had were old photos of us as kids for the most part. Okay. I'm not going to go into why exactly, but just to know kind of a trauma happened to me and in a sense to them nearly 20 years ago. And I wasn't able to see them. And so, one of my family members, one of my sisters contacted me privately around December. And I can't tell you the tears that were shed, but it was an amazing time. It was a heartfelt time. I had 3 sisters and a brother, and, some other family members there. And I have a nephew now I didn't know about, but it was an amazing time of reconnection. Have you ever seen those videos where people who haven't seen each other in like 50 years, they reconnect, and it's family or family that had never met before? It had that kind of feeling, not to sound too dramatic about it, but it had that kind of feeling for me. And getting off the plane, I didn't want to stop hugging my sister that was there to greet me, her and her husband, and my nephew. But I was able to reconnect this past week, flew out to Los Angeles, and I'm sorry if I'm getting a little emotional, but I love my family. Family means the world to me. They really do. And not being able to see them since we were kids has been tough. Has been really tough. But I am so grateful to God and everybody that I was able to see them again and spend time with them this week. And just amazing people. And I'm just going to say this: family's everything. family is everything. You know, cherish the family that you have. You know, sometimes we have rough family members, and we all have our moments of stuff that we do that we regret. But I'm going to tell you, family's so important. You must stay connected with them as much as possible. You know, and so anyway, that's what happened, and that's another reason I haven't been able to really post a lot of videos lately. I've only posted like maybe one a week in the past several weeks, but because I've been preparing for this, and I really couldn't talk about it very much about why I was there publicly or anything like that, just for reasons, right? So anyway, it was cool though. While I was there, I was able to we were able to actually sit down and play some games together. I actually snuck some card games and such in my satchels as we went. We had a great time with it. We played a little bit of Spyfall. I actually brought Love Letter, which is a fine game for me. You know, it's a decent filler. I really enjoy it, but it's not a game I pull out all the time. But for you know, family members and stuff, they loved it, and I actually left them a copy of Love Letter. And then it would have been funny, I almost brought Family Business, but I really didn't want to not see them again for 20 years because this game is so daggum cutthroat, and it's all about mafia and killing each other. So yeah, that didn't go with me, but I did consider it. But yeah, so I was actually able to get them into it, and they didn't really play games much, you know, and that I know of, and they really enjoyed it. So it was a great time, and it was just an awesome time. So I'm back home now, and I got in around 1 to 2 this morning. Man, I was tired. And you know, the plane flights aren't that long. They're 3.5 hours or so. But when you're scrunched up like sardines, you know, it's you know, your arms, when people get up to go to the bathroom, it's like, boom, you know what I mean? Your arms are able to move out. You actually want to get up and stretch, even the middle of the flight, but that wouldn't be good all the time. So it was good to get home, see my wife, my kids, and they were so overjoyed to see me. They jumped all over me, and they were like, Dada, 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 Dada. Loved it. It just, y'all who have kids, you understand exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to the kids just like loving on you. Hey, you hadn't seen them for a week. I was just dying to see them. But anyway, the other thing I want to say is that if you hadn't noticed, some of you who have been watching, we have been putting some ads on a few of our last few videos we did for Fallen Dominion Studios, who is the creator of Fallen Land, a post-apocalyptic board game up here on the shelf. See, Han Solo approves, right? And so do I. One of my all-time favorite games as of right now. One of my favorite games ever as of right now. Absolutely. And then also the Fallen Land post-apocalyptic board game, a Journey into Darkness expansion. Well, just recently, they contacted me, and we had some discussion, and they decided to sponsor us. And so we want to thank them so much. John Longer and Sean Cahill and the rest of that group over there at Fallen Dominion Studios for seeing something in our channel that maybe we didn't even see. And they really, really like our channel. And so they said, hey, we'd love to sponsor you. And we're just so grateful to have them on board. We're excited to see where this partnership goes in the future. And we're just excited for them to be a part of it. And it's just a fun time to be part of the Dice Odyssey family, so to speak. That sounds funny, but so it's really cool. We're so glad to have them on board. And if you haven't checked this game out yet, go check it out. Great game, high marks from us, and we enjoyed it when we first played it. I think it was back in September. Was it September or October? No, it was September, I think, or even before that, but it was around that time. But anyway, so that's the big announcement that I've got, and excited to see where it goes. Another thing is, we had another company, I think it's called Silver Gaming Company, contact us and say, hey, we'd like you to review or preview a game that's coming out on Kickstarter. I think it's in May. Goblin Grapple. It's a little card game, and the fact that they sent it a review copy to us in this wooden box that's got the burn in, right, of Goblin Grapple on the front. You talk about just lovingly detailed, you know. I'm amazed that they sent it like this. See the box here, and then you open it up and the card game is inside. I mean, come on now. You're expecting like jewels or precious stones or something to be in something like this. I was amazed that they did this for a card game. That's attention to detail. That's quality components, at least in the sense of how you store it. And so excited to get that up at some point soon. but that is coming very soon. And I also want to give a couple of shout outs. Well, specifically, there's a guy that, we've kind of been running together for a little bit of time now when it comes to YouTube. I don't remember exactly when I subscribed to his channel, but we talked one day and he subscribed to mine and I subscribed to his. And, didn't think anything about it. He's a really nice guy. And he's really loud and boisterous, and that's awesome because I'm loud and boisterous at times. And, Big Johnny G over here at Two Gun Pixie, he has been just rolling lately when it comes to his subscriber count. He just broke the ceiling. I think I could be wrong, Big Johnny. Correct me if I'm wrong. You had like 500 subscribers just a few weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And just now he cracked to 750. So he's doing something that's really getting people to jump on his page. And I want to give a shout out and say, jump on his page. He's just fun to watch. And every time I see him, it's just like I was doing there at the beginning. Every time I see Big Johnny G, he starts off with this high energy. He's crazy, in a good way. My kind of crazy, right? Just fun to be around. You can just tell. And he's like, hey, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all, in that thick New York accent. And it's just awesome. He's just one of those fun-loving guys that you'd love to meet one day and hang out. And every time I hear him because of that intro, it takes me back to the Attitude Era with the WWF. I'm sorry, I still hate calling it E, but anyway, WWE and Stone Cold Steve Austin and all those guys, Road Dogg and the New Age Outlaws. And every time he talks, I think of that time. And I'm thinking, this guy needs some entrance music when he comes in the room, like Stone Cold Steve Austin's or the New Age Outlaws. Da-na-na-na. Oh, you didn't know? I mean, you go watch one of his videos, and I think he does it on almost all the videos I've ever seen. He does that kind of intro, just and draws you in. And so it might scare you a little bit at first. You're not used to it, but it's so much fun. And anyway, go check him out. He's just real, down to earth, genuine, and that is just what you need in a reviewer, for one thing, but also in just a nice guy to talk to, somebody that you'd love to hang around. You want them to be genuine, you want them to be themselves, and to be fun. Come on now. I mean, we have too much negativity in the world with all the stuff that's going on. It's nice to just have fun people in your life, right? And so he's just a great guy. Go check his channel out. He's worth every penny right now. He's worth every view. So anyway, but again, I want to thank y'all so much for sticking around for all that long diatribe of different things. I want to thank our sponsors again, Fallen Dominion Studios, for jumping in on such a small channel that we are, but we're growing, and I'm very pleased with that. And I thank y'all for sticking around just this last year. A lot of you are brand new, but especially the ones that stuck around in the beginning stages of last year. We didn't know what we were doing. We were able to upgrade our video editing equipment recently, so I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, I hope you get to see that we're trying to make this more quality as we go along. We're going to make mistakes as we go. We're going to try to correct them. It's all part of the growing process. Heck, we didn't know what we were doing at the beginning. We know a little bit more now, but hopefully you'll see that improve as we go along. But anyway, thank you so much. And hey, leave some comments. Tell me what you think about all of this. And also, have you had any great games that you've been playing lately that you want everybody to know about, right? It's something that you think's amazing and you want everybody to know about. Please leave it down in the comments. Anyway, thank you again. You have a blessed day, and game away.